about the Wisconsin State Fair, one governor chose to leave the meeting, take his family, and come here to the Wisconsin State Fair. When I asked why, he said, look, your governor is always talking about how this is the best state fair in the country, so I had to come. Afterward, he said, you know, he's right. This governor is a true promoter of the Wisconsin State Fair. So let me introduce to the 2014 Wisconsin State Fair, the governor of our great state of Wisconsin, Governor Scott Walker.
Good morning. Welcome to the 163rd Wisconsin State Fair. It's great to have you here, and it's a great day to be out, particularly with all these young people. We're thrilled. We're going to join with you. Tonette and I are going to join with the folks with the Coca-Cola shirts on here in a little bit. We're going to have a ton of fun with them. This is really what it's all about. It's about families. It's about kids. It's about having a wonderful time. And John, you're right. Actually, I'd add to that so the administrator knows not only did the flag come out, but the seal of the flag flew up. And you know what's on the top corner of the seal? A plow. Because it's a part of our proud history, just like the fair is, but it's also part of our proud future. As Ben Bransell, our birthday guy, would say, it's almost a $60 billion impact that the farming agricultural community has on our state's economy, but it's also a way of life. And so, folks, as Mayor Barrett mentioned, we live that, just like you talked about. Tonette, my wife, grew up here in Milwaukee. She'd come to the fair every year. She's going to be here all 11 days, although now she's got a taunt. She's going to have to, we live a couple blocks away. She's going to have to come a couple days early to keep up with our foundation president in the future. But Tonette and her family would come here because they wanted to see what stuff was like on the farm, because they'd see the kids showing off the livestock and showing off the prizes they had from the state fair and back in their communities. I grew up in a small town, Delavan, about 50 miles southwest of here, and I'd come here not only to see the fair, but it was kind of cool to come up to West Dallas and Milwaukee because it was kind of a cool place. It was one of the few places, times we'd be able to come on up as a family to enjoy being in the metropolitan area. Our kids, Kathy, you'll appreciate that, just like your mom did. We were doing the math. Our oldest, who's 20, was born on June 30th, and he was at the fair that year. So he was going around we were pushing him around in a big stroller with the babysit and everything. And then the next year, even younger, our other son shares the birthday with Ben Bransell, Secretary Bransell. He's 19 today. And 19 years ago, he was born right before the fair, and he was at the Wisconsin State Fair as well. So our family loves the fair, like a lot of you here who I've seen year after year at the opening ceremonies. We love all of you being here. It is a great time. It's a great Wisconsin tradition. It's a great way to bring agriculture together with folks in the city, the suburbs, and rural areas. It's a great way to highlight tourism. For those of you, not only from those from within the state, but for those visiting, we'd love to have you from Illinois and Minnesota and Iowa. Go to travelwisconsin.com and you can see how you can stay up here all the rest of the year, because weather's like this all the time in the state of Wisconsin. All year round, it's perfect like this, perfect weather. We love it, but come and visit us. And a little tip this morning, Rick tied in this a little bit, but I'm going to join the kids with the Coca-Cola shirts a little bit, and then after that we're going to go to Spin City. There are 50 rides and attractions there, 35 games. There are 9 new ones. I'm going to go with the fairest of the fair, right? You're still with me on this, right? Every year I love doing this. The others are kind of uneasy about this, but I go try out a bunch of the rides. I love spinning around there. I said, in my life, my world, those rides are a lot easier than what I do in the Capitol, so it's a lot of fun out there. But I figured out the order. There are 72 new food items. I tried out this morning. Tonette and I met at Sass's, so we always make a pilgrimage to Sass's to get the chive fries and the open-faced barbecue shredded beef sandwich and all that kind of good stuff. But this year, one of the 72 new things is at Sass's, they have deep-fried chocolate chip cookie bites. It doesn't get any better than I literally was doing an interview on one of the stations here earlier, and I didn't think I could talk in the interview because I kept shoving them in my mouth. They were so good out there. But the key for those of you who want to try out all 72 of the new ones is do that after you go to Spin City. Don't go on the rides after you've eaten all 72. Go on the rides first. But it's a great time, whether you eat the new things or you go to, love going to the Lions to eat the corn on the cob and dip it about 50 times in the bucket of butter there. Going out and get cream puffs, which are 90 years old. You got to try it first off the bat. And actually another governor that came with us after that came back and got some cream puffs on Monday after the National Governors Association meeting. This is a great fair. It happens because of a great staff, great board, great volunteers who make it happen each and every year. And so it's my really honor to be here. I've got 2 proclamations to present because as governors, that's what we do. First off, I want some of the folks from the kids from Wisconsin to come on out. Today is also their day. They do a super job every year at the fair. You heard them before at the national anthem. They're spectacular. We've got a proclamation to declare Kids from Wisconsin Day part of a proud tradition, just like the Wisconsin State Fair itself. So let's give the kids from Wisconsin a great round of applause. You're going to see them all around the fair. We appreciate it. Thank you. And then Rick and John, I want you to stand up. Come on over here. We're going to present this plaque. This officially makes it all throughout the state of Wisconsin on behalf of our 5.7 million people who love all that make the fair work, love all who come from the fair, be you from Wisconsin or anywhere else around the Midwest, around the country, around the world. This is literally what we believe is the best state fair in the country. So it's my honor to declare State Fair Days from today all the way through the end of the run next Sunday. For all of you who are veterans, make sure you come back on that day, the last day of the fair as well, because that's the special day. We honor our veterans here in the state of Wisconsin. We honor them every day, but that's an extra special day. So a plaque for both of you. And with that, it's my honor to officially declare the 163rd edition of the Wisconsin State Fair open. Congratulations.
Governor, thank you. Lieutenant Governor,